Confession of the Game Warden. The woods aren't quiet. They never are. People think when they come here they're escaping the noise of the city, but the silence is just a trick. If you stand still long enough, you'll hear the other sounds, the ones you aren't supposed to notice. I was hired to protect these lands, to patrol, to manage the wildlife. That's what the badge says. But the badge is a lie. My real duty is keeping the things in. They aren't animals. God help me, they wear the skins of animals, but I've gutted enough deer and coyotes to know the difference. When you slit one of them open, the organs are wrong. Too many lungs, no stomach, bones they keep shifting even after death. Sometimes they keep breathing for hours, and you can feel them whispering through their teeth like wind between rocks. You ever hear about campers disappearing? You think it's bears, cougars, maybe an accident? No. I found the camps. Torn tents, half-eaten food still warm. No tracks leading away, no struggle, just absence. Like the earth swallowed them whole. That's my job. To make the stories fit. To write bear attack on the reports. To drag what's left of the bodies into shallow graves and cover the ground with lime so no one notices the stench. But I've done worse, much worse, because sometimes the things don't hunt fast enough, and then they start looking at me. So I feed them. Do you know how easy it is to make someone vanish in these woods? A wrong turn, a trail closed for repairs, a missing hiker poster stapled to a tree that will stay there until the paper yellows and rots. I've led them, one by one, into the dark. Tourists, drifters, even families. I smile, I tell them where the good fishing is, or where the elk are grazing, and I watch them walk right into the hunger. And sometimes I stay to listen. The noises that come after. Wet tearing sounds and voices, human voices, crying in chorus with the shrieks of whatever is chewing them. The forest floor soaks it up. The roots drink the blood. By morning there's nothing left but a quiet clearing, ready for the next fools. But here's what keeps me awake. I don't think I'm a warden anymore. I think I'm theirs. When I sleep, I dream of roots wrapping around my throat, pulling me down, and a voice that isn't mine. One day I'll stop writing reports. I'll stop hiding the truth. And when that day comes, the forest will open, and the world will know what it's been built on. Until then, I'll keep the trails safe. State Wildlife Division. Confidential Field Report. Review of missing persons cases in North Boundary State Forest and personnel investigation of Game Warden Harlan Witt. Over the past 12 years, there has been a statistically abnormal number of missing person reports associated with North Boundary State Forest, particularly within the stretch between mile marker 14 and the abandoned fire tower. While wilderness environments do present risks, falls, exposure, predation, the frequency of disappearance in this area is disproportionate when compared to adjoining parks. Warden Harlan Witt has been assigned to the forest for 18 years. His performance records show no prior disciplinary action, though his solitary nature has been noted by multiple colleagues. This investigation began after discovery of a personal journal in Witt's state-issued quarters during a routine safety inspection. The contents are disturbing and potentially indicative of psychological instability, delusion, or criminal activity. Between 2010 and 2022, 43 missing person reports were filed in the North Boundary jurisdiction. Of those, only 6 bodies were recovered. Causes of death were listed as exposure, animal predation, and undetermined trauma. The remainder remain unsolved. Witt authored every official incident report for these cases. Wording across reports is suspiciously uniform, frequently attributing deaths or disappearances to bear activity or wandering off trail. Notably, in at least 9 cases, no animal tracks or signs were ever recorded at the site. During inspection of his cabin, officers recovered a leather-bound notebook containing what appears to be handwritten confessions. Pages describe luring hikers into remote clearings, concealing bodies, and references to entities described as things in skins and roots that drink. Forensic handwriting analysis is still underway, though preliminary review confirms the writing is Witt's. On October 12, 2022, Warden Witt failed to report for scheduled rounds. Vehicle located at Trailhead 9, radio left in cabin. No sign of forced entry. Search operation was launched. Teams reported unusual conditions, widespread fog, heavy silence, and rapid loss of GPS signal. After 48 hours, the search was called off. No trace of Witt was recovered. Closing notes. The department recommends public communication strategies emphasize tragic but natural hazards of wilderness areas. Press release draft is prepared. Internal Affairs recommends that further investigation into the missing persons trend be suspended until risk assessment teams can determine whether environmental factors such as sinkholes, predatory wildlife, illegal activities sufficiently explain the anomalies. Do not release this report outside division channels.